getting ready for this MLK event, I've been thinking about human rights a lot, and naturally so. And so I've been thinking about what's going on in our city. And in the midst of preparing for this event, I heard about an incident that happened under the bridge with these youth. And you know, I'm working with youth at this event, and then I'm hearing about these other youth who are trying to sleep under a bridge, and they're getting harassed, and they're not even, they don't even have a place to sleep, and the city is ticketing them. Homeless youth getting ticketed. It's like, they don't have any money. What good is that doing? And I know that this is a human rights city. I mean, we have a fancy website that says we're a human rights city. I mean, we have a great pat ourselves on the back celebration once a year, but it just bothered me. So I wrote a letter to Kitty Peterson. She told me to come to a meeting, so I'm gonna come to a meeting on the 24th. But I posted my letter on Facebook. And some people on Facebook said, well, why don't you turn that into a petition when you go to the meeting? So I said, okay, I'll try that. I've never written a petition before. But I have a petition, and I want to read it for you, and then I want to perform one of my pieces, and I want to pass the petition out, and I hope you all choose to sign it. If you don't sign it, no hard feelings. But if you do sign it, I'm going to give you a thumbs up and a high five. Anyways, here's the petition. We as concerned citizens of the city of Eugene would like to express disappointment concerning an incident that began on the 5th of April 2013. An incident where police officers arrested a group of young adults living under the overpass of the Ferry Street Bridge, charged them with criminal trespass, incarcerated them overnight, and then released them with a camping citation and a ticket for $100. Now, in the days following, citizens of Eugene expressed disappointment in how the police chose to handle this situation. Now, the city, being a human rights city, it responded to this unrest by determining that the police cannot cite and arrest people for criminal trespass on land as a public right-of-way. But however, the police are still legally obligated to cite, just not now arrest. So they can still cite, but not arrest, homeless campers for prohibiting camping on a public right-of-way. And to add insult to injury, the city also spray-painted no trespassing at the site of the incident. We believe that the city's response thus far will not remedy the situation. Ticketing the homeless will not end homelessness, but rather ticketing the homeless for sleeping or camping is a human rights violation and reveals a systemic flaw in how we approach these types of situations. We find this particularly disturbing in that the City Council of Eugene has proclaimed that it seeks to embrace the full range of human rights as enumerated by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. That's from their website. Well, if you look at the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it states in Article 25, everyone has the right to a standard of living adequate for the health and well-being of himself and his or her family, including food, clothing, housing, and medical care, and necessary social services, the right to security in the event of unemployment, sickness, disability, widowhood, old age, or other lack of livelihood in circumstances beyond his control. Now, if we look at this document, we can see that it is evident that the UN Declaration gives people the right to housing. Yet, despite the effort of some very compassionate local organizations and individuals, the city of Eugene does not provide housing for all within the city. And if the city of Eugene is not going to provide adequate housing for all in Eugene, the least we can do is not prosecute the homeless for being homeless. Are they really hurting anyone by sleeping under the bridge? Is ticketing the poorest of the poor really an example of practicing human rights? And if we're blatantly going to disrespect the UN Declaration of Human Rights, why even proclaim to be a human rights city with the fancy celebration each year? See, we understand that the UN Declaration also says that no one shall be subject to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. But when reflecting upon the actions of the Eugene police, we have come to the conclusion that the police's actions are in fact arbitrary arrest. Therefore, we encourage the City Council to seek solutions in the spirit of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and ask that the city quit tasking the police with enforcing this cruel ban. And in conclusion, we ask the City Council do all in its power to bridge the gap between our actions and our ideals so we can truly be a human rights city.
Amen.
There are many people working on this issue, and I'm very grateful for their effort, and I'm asking y'all to help by signing this petition. And through patience and persistence, we can make these changes. Change comes slow, though, so have that patience and persistence, because we got a long way to go. I have a pen over there. I'm sorry, I fell out. We have a long way to go, but we will get there faster if we work together, using our differences not to divide us, but to unite us. Cause we're like David fighting Goliath, giant corporations that own nations. And here we are with parks and tarps and an occupation, recreating democracy, reclaiming the economy, from co-ops to communes to classrooms to rainbow gatherings. We're mastering the art of love, so we invite you to join us. Everyone from anarchists to officers, street kids to soccer moms, gangsters to grandmas, everyone, come share your science on the open source. Now, of course, there are wars, resource depletion, mass extinction, even laws and police are increasingly making a military state, and so many people sit at home complacent, but when you feel doubt, you know it's time to shout, mic check! Mic check! That means repeat after me, so let's try it again. Mic check! Mic check! I said mic check! Mic check! I said there ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. So throw your hands up if you like to be loved. Throw your hands up if you've had pain. Throw your hands up if you want to make a change. Throw your hands up, make a peace sign if you don't want to get in a fight tonight. If you're standing beside somebody that you like, give them a high five. Throw your hands up if you like to be alive. Throw your hands up, make a fist if you live in debt. Shake your fist if you get pissed at injustice. But loosen your grip to forgive so we can all coexist and have some fun. But if they come with their guns and if they yell, throw your hands up, stand strong and smile. Throw your hands up, twinkle your fingers to transfigure fear into love. And we know that love is tough because mic check! Mic check! I said mic check! Mic check! I said there ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? There ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. So we must tell those that look different than us. We must tell those that think differently than us, that act differently than us, that have different beliefs. We must not be enemies. Rather, we must stay friends. Even though that passion may sometimes put us to a test, we must not let it break those bonds of affection. We gotta stay moving in that direction, guided by the better angels of our nature. So community is our God and culture is our prayer, and we know that the globe is our home. Humanity is our family, and love is our religion. So we're never happen. All I want to say is imagine, and then take action. Imagine, and then take action. Imagine, and then take action. We can do it, y'all!